up, everybody? Big Dane back at it again for the Crypto Great Dane Physical Bitcoin channel. And normally we're discussing physical Bitcoin and Bitcoin collectibles, but today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about a story from the Bitcoin underground, a story 10 years in the making, a story of Woodcollector and his wooden puzzle coins that all fit together to find a $200 million Bitcoin buried treasure. Now, you may be saying to yourself, Dane, how can Bitcoin be a buried treasure? It's digital. But actually, Bitcoin can be a buried treasure, and I'm going to tell you how. If you'd like a more detailed explanation, you can look at some of my previous videos and see some of the physical Bitcoin out there that's being collected today. But here's the definition. So physical Bitcoin works by taking your Bitcoin and attaching it to any tangible object. Now, you can attach it to any object. Your Bitcoin is held at an address, and in order to get it off that address, you need a private key. We take that private key and we affix it to that object, in this case, a coin. So the private key goes on the back of the coin, and then a hologram sticker will go over the top of that private key. In order to get that private key, you would peel the hologram and get the private key out. So essentially, that coin becomes the Bitcoin. The only way to get that Bitcoin off of the blockchain is to have that coin and that private key. So in this specific case, 1,000 bronze Bitcoins coins were buried in a capsule. And those 1,000 coins each had 5,000 Bitcoin. So a total of 5,000 Bitcoins buried treasure. Let's take a step back, though, before we get into the details of this story, and let's read where it all started. Let's read the post that started it all. As many of you caught on to 4 months ago, when some info was leaked on the forum, there was a hidden secret about the 10 wooden coins I made for 2015. Today, you find out what was worth $1,000 to protect. I have always been a fan of hidden treasure movies and the concept of something being on this planet that nobody has found that is worth enough to change someone's life. My favorite movies have pretty much always been the Da Vinci Code and National Treasure movies. Over the years, as my life has passed me by, I have often thought about my legacy, making my mark on history. Inspired by Satoshi Nakamoto himself and the loads of money I have saved restocking my warehouses this year, buying wood from all you directly, I decided that now was my time. Hidden on this planet somewhere in a 22-inch long, 8-inch round titanium airproof time capsule container, inside that container is 1,000 bronze Bitcoin. Each one of those bronze coins is engraved with the private key to an address that holds 5 Bitcoin. Total inside the container, there's the keys to 5,000 Bitcoin. I have made and sold 9 2015 wooden physical Bitcoins listed below. Each one of those coins has hidden in it or on it a part of a puzzle. The keys to decoding the first part of the puzzle is coin number 10, which after much thought is being given to someone whom I already chose from this forum. In order to decode each individual wooden coin, you will have to have number 10 in its physical presence, and in order to solve the entire first clue, you will need to possess and have all 10 coins in the same physical location. The clues and the coins were crafted in a fashion that you will never let them alone figure out via photographs, X-ray, or in any other fashion other than having all coins in the same location at the same time to solve the puzzle. These 10 coins are scattered around the globe, from the USA to Vietnam, Germany, the Netherlands, the UK, and Singapore. inherently making it difficult or a process to put all 10 of them in the same location. Once the first clues have been solved by decoding the 10 coins, it will lead you to another clue, which leads you to another. 5 clues in total, which must be found and solved in order to gain the location of the titanium capsule, which holds the 5,000 Bitcoin, or roughly $1.277 million at current value. For reasons which I am sure are obvious to most of you, much like Satoshi, this will be my last post or presence on the World Wide Web to protect my identity. Thank you all to whom have purchased my artwork from this forum, and very special thanks to all of you whom sold me wood over these past months, which made this all possible. Regardless of the poor treatment or the self-righteous trolls and children on this forum, this treasure is my parting gift to all of you who support Bitcoin in hopes that it can bring at least 10 of you together from around the globe with Bitcoin at the center of it. So it's definitely a very interesting post, right? It got the entire forum up in arms. People were unsure how to take it. Was it real? Was it not real? After reading that post and after all these years have gone by, we have two, I believe, the most important facts about this. One, that the coins were produced and they are fantastic. The other thing is, shortly after he wrote this post, he did what he said, and he disappeared and never came back. 10 years ago, about a couple posts after this post, he was gone and never seen from or heard from again. So now let's take a look at these coins so you can see what we're looking at. So here we are looking at these 9 coins. These 9 hand-carved coins, according to Woodcollector, who made them over 10 years ago. Now, these 9 coins, along with the missing 10th coin, when brought together, should solve a puzzle that will lead us to the buried Bitcoin. Okay? So I'm going to give you some facts as we scroll through these coins and kind of look at them, and then we'll go from there. So this is the coin number 1 here. You can see they have the date on them. They're all denominated with some sort of amount of Bitcoin. This one is 10 Bitcoin. Now, unlike regular physical Bitcoin, that 10 Bitcoin isn't on here. It's just the denomination for the coin. Okay, you can see that all the coins, here's the back of that one. And if you notice, there is the blank slot there where a first bits would be put, and then this random bit of numbers here. Unclear how that would fit into the puzzle. Okay, now all these coins are distinctly different. Okay, they're using a wide variety of different rare woods. Zebra wood, all different kinds of really rare wood. Now, when Woodcollector first came on the scene in 2014, that was his original motivation. He was seeking out rare wood from around the world, buying it from the forum, and then using it to make Bitcoin collectibles and coins, which he then sold to the forum. It was later on that year that he actually made the post I read you earlier regarding the buried treasure. This one does not have anything on the back. Now, they all come in different shapes and sizes, thicknesses, just very different altogether. Okay, so a lot of the drama arose after he started making his wood coins. He was claiming that they were hand carved. Many people were saying that these were laser engraved, that these could not be hand carved. And the forum kind of branched off into two separate factions. One of the factions who supported Woodcollector because he was making some fantastic stuff, and the other side who was calling him a scammer and a liar. And it really got pretty ugly, actually. So, all right, so here's the Black Swan coin. This is the one you just saw here. But just really beautiful coins. And the back of this one does have some markings on it. Numeric clues. Okay, so it's time I tell you. So these were sold around the world, okay, to different spots. And that's where we left it until one man named T-Gums decided to go on a mission to recover all the coins. Okay? I did an email interview with him where he answered a lot of the questions that I had for him. So he spent 475 days scouting around the world to track down these 9 coins. He spared no expense. Even though some of these owners, he said, were like ghosts, and he had to hunt them down and find them in order to get a response. So the original cost of these coins were about $700 to $1,300 a piece. T-Gum stated that he spent over between $2,000 and $10,000 per coin getting these back in his possession. So he has all 9 of these coins right now. But he does not have coin 10. And just like in the post, it requires all 10 coins to be in the same location in order to solve the puzzle and find the hidden Bitcoin. T-Gum said that he was gearing up with magnets, NFC reader, lighting, UV and IR, even renting an ultrasound machine to look at these coins, to look inside the coins, to try and find hidden meaning and secrets either within them or any kind of clues. However, as he got closer to initiating all this process, he decided to pull back, probably because he needs coin 10 in order to make it happen anyways. So, but that was in the works for a while. But the fact that all 10 coins have been brought together makes this mystery a little more interesting, because now they are together and we're just looking for the one coin. Okay, and as you can see, this one's got the another one with the codes on the back. All of them denominated a little bit different. All of the color just a little bit different. And not sure how these codes all play a part. Okay, so that is the coins there. I mean, they are just beautiful coins. All right, now where's coin 10? How are we going to track this thing down? So apparently, coin 10 was sold off to Asia. I know that because somebody posted a post on the forum and said they had it. And I will show you a picture of that post here shortly once we look at these coins. This one might be my favorite right here. This 10 Bitcoin 2015. Yeah, I mean, they could have something inside. They could have something done with a different paint that needs a special light to see. All right, these are the 9 coins. I like this picture here because you can kind of see the thickness of them and the different types of wood. You can get that different grain of each one. Really just great coins. T-Gums had these pictures done. I mean, they are just art pieces if I've ever seen them. All right, so those are the coins, all of them together without. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what we know about this coin 10. Apparently, it was sold off or given to one of the forum members, but nothing's really come up about it. There was this post from 2020. Somebody reached out to T-Gums because he had made it known that he had all nine coins and he was looking to meet up with the person with the 10th coin. So this came out. Well done on getting all 9. I own number 10. I used to own Unity and Black Swan. Those are 2 of the coins. He states he was in the forum many years ago, but he lost his email, so he has a different account now. Personal message me. He was sent number 10 by as an apology. He goes on to say that it's in his safety deposit box in the UK, although he's in Asia. He says it's denominated 100 Bitcoin and that the name of the coin is Lagniapi. Okay? So Lagniapi translates to something given as a bonus or extra. So that kind of fits the name of that coin. And he did name all of his coins. So that does fit, as well as the 100 Bitcoin, because none of the other 9 coins are denominated with 100 Bitcoin. So it makes sense that coin 10 would be the highest denomination since it's the most important coin to get. Okay. So T-Gums reached out to this person and never heard back. So possibly a scam, possibly for whatever reason, this guy did not choose to get back to him. So I just wanted to share that with you here. This is a lead from coin 10. This is an Og Nasty coin. Okay, this was a coin made by Woodcollector. There has been some speculation that this could be coin 10, although probably not. It was created for Og Nasty, although with all the drama with Woodcollector, he said he sent it back to Woodcollector. There has been talk, but I don't think this is it. I do find it interesting at the bottom. It does say 10 seats on it. The Nasty Fans coins comes with seats for Bitcoin. This one has 10 seats. Just interesting that it has the number 10 on it. So the Og Nasty coin here, made in purple heartwood. Still a beautiful coin. So really, there's been a lot of talk about the coin 10. Still don't know where it is. We need some sleuths out there to track it down or the owner to come forward. Okay. Before Woodcollector disappeared, he wrote a 2-page response to the backlash he was getting on the forum. I'm not going to read all of it to you. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to T-Gums' page so you can do your own research and dive into this rabbit hole yourself. However, I am going to read a small excerpt from this in his passage, Who Am I? Honestly, none of your damn business. I'm not here to sell you my brand. 90% of you can't afford it. I make art pieces for the people here because they ask for it. There are all of 3 of you on this forum who know who I really am, and every one of them would not sell my secret for $100,000 because they have a vested interest in keeping the secret. Why am I here is why you will never find out. I am, in fact, a world-famous artist. My pieces have been in the Smithsonian, on exhibit at the Louvre, and in the home of pompous, wealthy people in the world over. Even if you have the money and want to spend a ton of it, even buying one of my art pieces via the forum, you will not get my identity. There is too much at stake. So there it is. That's part of the who am I response that he left. There's more to it. So if you want to follow the link in the description below, you can read this and many of the other things that I was unable to get into this video. Wow, it's pretty amazing. When you think back 10 years ago, when those 1,000 coins were buried in the ground, the price of Bitcoin was $245. So those 5,000 Bitcoin on those 1,000 coins at today's value of $40,000 would make that treasure worth about $200 million. And if you consider the all-time high price of Bitcoin at around $70,000, that brings the treasure's value to about $350 million. And here's another thing to think about. Those coins that are buried in that capsule, they have a huge value to just the coins themselves. Physical Bitcoin has become one of the most highly collected things around out there. And these coins themselves are selling at a premium of about 20 to 30,000 when you look at the Stacks and Bowers auctions, not even including the Bitcoin on them. So having 1,000 of these coins could bring $30 million in value just in itself, just for the collectability of the coins alone. So this treasure, if it does exist, is huge. And who knows where Bitcoin goes in the future? You know, $100,000 for Bitcoin? I mean, are we talking a $500 million treasure hunt? I don't know. But okay, so in conclusion, what can we say about this, man? The general consensus on the forum is that this is not true, that there is no buried Bitcoin in the ground, but there are some interesting facts. The coins were created. It's a great story. He did disappear 10 years ago. So at the time when he buried it, $1 million, I mean, that's could be reasonable that these people all had a lot of Bitcoin at the time and were making a lot of money, that $1 million in the ground could be something that somebody wanted to do. So it is plausible that this could have happened and could still be out there. If the 10th coin ever shows up, it is possible that they collaborate with T-Gums and the 9 other coins, and they get some UV light and magnets and find some, and they're able to put together the codes on the back and find the buried Bitcoin. It's also possible that Woodcollector buried $1 million in the ground, and 8 years later, it's now 200 million, and he changed his mind and went and dug it up himself. So it's hard to say exactly where we are, but I do know this. It's a great story. The coins are beautiful, okay? And the true treasure may just be that, this story and those coins. All right. So I want to give some shout outs here. I'm giving shout outs now to everybody that was part of this thing from back in the day. All right. So big shout out to T-Gums. All right. Because he's the guy at the heart of this story. He's the guy that kept it alive for all those years, collected the coins, and now that the coins are together, it really is a legend that grows and continues. UK Crypto, Nubbins, In Memoriam for TechShare, Smoothie, Stuff for Bitcoin, Anonymous Miner, Vocane, Need Free Lunch, Kronitsky, Jan Email, Og Nasty, Frankie, Newanon, Eddie13, Debit Me, Snipe85, CR1776, TMFP, Mike Stang, Cable Z, Unimis76, Bit Happy, X Homer X10, Eyeglasses, Bad Bear, Do the Beats, Sebastian Jew, Hilarious and Co., Elastic Band, QWK, Blazed, Irwin45 Hacked, Jukely, Mark J113, Iron Marvel 2, BG4, Bitspill, Wardrick, Kosh Gel, Fizzbit, Haplord23, AT101ET, and 8Space. All of you that contributed posts in this time period and created yourselves into the story of the legendary wooden Black Swan coins and the $200 million in buried Bitcoin. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.